Bill Dudley, and number 25, Randy Belcher.
Company, round 52 north, going towards Bluefield. They say sell trucks only. Right, Dan?
There you go, bud.
All right, so the G-men have won the toss, and we'll see what they decide to do and what side Marion wants to do it. G-men have won the toss. They have elected to receive the football. Marion will operate on the left-hand side of your radio dial, and the G-men on the right. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the kickoff.
It's that time of year again, the time when ghosts and goblins come out, and Rainy Tazewell has prices guaranteed to scare the competition.
Great game against Radford. The kicker for the Marion Scarlet Hurricane is Mike Hopkins. That's Mike Hopkins is the kicker. Their money guy is Brady Gates. Brady Gates does about everything. Hopkins, onside kick attempt, and it is taken and fielded by Billy Banks at the 45-yard line. Check that. That was Todd King.
Yeah, Todd fell down on the ball. I told you he was going to see a little trickery here tonight, and it started right off the bat. A little squibbler down to the left side of the field, and Todd just fell on it.
This game's going to be wide open. I feel it.
Well, guess what? They kicked it to the wrong guy because that guy has sticky fingers like his brother, Ryan. Todd King on the other end of that kick. G-men break from the huddle. 1st and 10. They'll operate from their own 47 from the wishbone. Dudley takes the snap, gives to Surface, and Brent plows his way up for about 5 yards around the right side.
Big explosion by Brent out of the backfield. Looked like a thoroughbred coming out of the gates. He hit the hole so quick.
Novinger will check into the football game. The stop was made in there by W.J. Clark. Brent will check out. It will be 2nd down and 5. G-men, we're just underway here from Mitchell Stadium. Bill Dudley brings his team up to the line of scrimmage and looks over at that defensive line, checks, takes the snap, and there's a fumble on the play. I believe Bill fell on it. It will be 3rd down, and there'll be a loss of a couple on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Bill just couldn't get the ball out there, fumbled the snap, and luckily the ball bounced back up, and he was able to fall down on it.
Bill was lucky that time here. He was the only red jersey back there, and there's about 7 white ones around him.
Novinger will check out, and Brett Surface will check back into the football game for the G-men. 3rd down and 7. From the wishbone once again, Dudley barks the signals, takes the snap. Hands off to Banks in the middle on the dive, and Banks picks up maybe a yard, and it will be shy of about 5 yards of a G-men 1st down. The tackle made by Craig Anderson.
Just a simple little dive up off the middle, coming off the left side of the center there. Just trying to go get a little play action, but Marion didn't bite on the peg.
W.J. Clark will drop back deep for the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. Boy, they gave us all that we could handle in the 1st quarter last year. Let's see what they do once they get a hold of that football offensively. Brian Denham, now to punt, will stand at his own 37-yard line, gets a good snap from center, and gets the kick off and does a little acting job, and the flag falls. That will be against the Marion Scarlet Hurricane, and that boy took a foot.
Hey, let me tell you what, that's a super kick by Brian there. The ball went out about the 6-yard line, but a better acting job.
It sure was. I tell you, got to give him credit on the kick, though. He angled that right towards the corner, and it went out right at the 6-yard line, but I'll have to agree with you. I vote for the acting job.
I was watching the theatrics myself. I didn't even see the punt.
A super punt, a super spot, but let me tell you what, the acting, a 10 at least, an acting job.
I'll tell you what, those folks shooting that movie down in Pocahontas might want to get Brian Denham on their side. That'll be an automatic 1st down for the Graham High School G-men. Roughing the kicker will be the call, and they're going to mark 15 off against the Scarlet Hurricane, which will move the football into Hurricane territory, and they'll mark it at the Hurricane 34-yard line.
That just goes to show you, Marion's going to come at us with everything they got tonight.
I think coming into this game, they're thinking that's what they've got to do in order to even have a chance at winning. Wishbone, G-men 1st and 10. Scarlet Hurricane 34. Dudley takes a snap, looks to throw. Looking downfield, he's got a man. Alderman, what a great Great catch by Alderman.
What a catch.
He stole it from two Marion Hurricane defenders. What a fabulous catch.
Beautiful catch. He was well defended. He had both of them beat. The ball was a little underthrown. Both Marion defenders went up, and he came back over him and just took the ball away from him.
Hey, he looked like Kareem going up over top of that and took that ball away from him. A super job at that.
It's first down and goal from the 6. The Marion defenders went up for the football. Alderman was ahead of them by about a foot, stuck his hands over their helmets, and stole the football literally. First and goal from the 6, 9:42 remaining first quarter. Wishbone and Dudley barks a signal, surveys the line, takes a snap, and the give is to Banks, the fullback, and Billy's got a couple of yards. I believe it'll be second down and goal from the 4 as Surface checks in. Stop made by Craig Anderson.
Just a power dive off the left side of a tackle, send one back in front of him, give to a second man, and try to pound it up the middle.
Well, this is definite pound up the middle territory right now. Probably 3 more downs right up the middle.
Collin to pick up of 1. It'll be second and goal from the 5-yard line. Denham in to block for the G-men. Dudley takes a snap. The give is to Surface, and Brent spins around down to the 2-yard line, and a nice little spin move by Brent Surface.
Boy, when they come in with the big boy backfield, they send the 2 double power blockers up through a hole, and you talk about opening up a hole, those 2 big guys will do it.
W.J. Clark makes a stop at the 1. It's third and goal for the G-men from the 1-yard line.
Be the same play again.
G-men capitalizing now on a penalty on the Scarlet Hurricane, roughing the punter. Dudley, third and goal from the 1. Bill takes the snap. The give is to Brent. Touchdown, G-men.
There's no stopping him when he's got those 2 big guys out there going in the hole first. He's going to go in from 1 or 2 yards out.
So the G-men hit pay dirt first, 8:29 in the first quarter. That makes the score 6-0, and Mr. Austin is going to get set to go for the PAT.
Tell you what, Graham offense is looking pretty good. That drive stayed alive with the late hit on the pump, but other than that, Graham offense is picking about where they left off last week.
Austin now set to go for the PAT. There's a snap, and the kick is up. It is good, but there's a flag on the play. Yeah, they're saying no good. Not sure what the call is. Boy, Austin has been deadly. There's a procedure call against the G-men, and they'll try it again, it looks like. We'll keep it right here.
Go back them up 5 yards and let them try again.
Would you guys agree with me that Chris Austin has been deadly from the old extra point place?
That would be putting it lightly, Kes.
I believe he's only missed 2 or 3 the entire year, and if you look at the scoring statistics for the G-men, that's a lot of extra points. Okay, they mark it off 5, and he'll kick it again. There's the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up, and it is perfect. With the score, the G-men 7, the Marion Scarlet Hurricane 6. We'll pause for 30.
That's right. It's Pumpkinhead Rossi again with more fan Blackwell's Instant Coffee, $3.99. 64-ounce Citrus Hill Orange Juice, 99 cents. And fresh California celery, 49 cents.
Perfect. And the G-men set now to kick off. Back deep for the Marion Hurricane, W.J. Clark and Brady Gates. And it's a short kick picked up by W.J. Clark. Clark up to the 20, and I believe they stopped him at the 25-yard line. The stop was made by Edwin Pruitt of the Graham High School G-men, and the Scarlet Hurricane. Flankers to the left and the right. One lone back, one man in motion. And there's a snap from center, and tripped up will be Brady Gates on the carry. A couple of yards on the play. Graham Thompson makes the stop.
Shoestring tackle there by Graham.
Trying to run a little power sweep around the right side over here, but the Graham defensive end turned it back in, and the linebackers finished him off.
7:50 remaining first quarter. G-men on top, 7-zip. The Scarlet Hurricane break from the huddle. A different look that the G-men haven't seen this all year. And on the option, wow, who's got the football? What a fake that was. Surface checking him and chases him down to the 32-yard line of the G-men. I didn't even see that.
Hey, I lost that ball that time.
I'll tell you what, I watched them in warm-ups doing that. They split a man over here wide to the right, They bring the other two backs around. The quarterback hands to the fullback or running back on the left, and then they run a little reverse play back across the right side into the tackle side of the line.
That was Rodney Worley on the carry. I told you this is going to be tough to call. It's just like Giles. Very tough to call. Moxley, the quarterback, barks the signals, man in motion, gives it to the first man through, who's got an open hole and almost broke it, and is close to another first down for Marion. They'll mark it at the 22. Greg Ridley makes the stop for the G-men.
They did the same thing to the left side this time. Only difference was he didn't hand it back to the man in motion and tucked it around the right corner over there and took it down the right side.
It's basically what we saw against Giles in 1989 in the regional playoff game here at Mitchell Stadium. First down and 10 for the G-men 23. There's the snap from center, and who's got it this time?
That was number 9 back across the left side. That was the same play that gained a big yardage, except this time Graham's right side of the defense was able to step in there and make the tackle.
That was Rodney Worley once again. Are you guys having as much trouble as I am?
I tell you, at this point, it looks like those defensive ends are going to have to stay at home and not shoot in there where they're playing right now.
You're exactly right. A lot of faking and coming towards the ends tonight.
Loss of 1, second down and 11. Moxley, the quarterback, takes a snap from center, gives to Gates around the left side, and Gates has about 3 yards.
Try to keep it simple just to the first man, and they're hitting over there between the end and the tackles trying to get to the outside.
Josh Hornbarger makes a stop for the G-men. Looks like Giles, doesn't it, Dan?
Exactly. They're just not hardly as much motion as Giles, but I'll tell you what, you don't know where that ball's going to be at.
Novinger checks in, and Ridley checks out for the G-men. Third down and 10, Scarlet Hurricane. Man in motion. There's a snap from center. Looks to throw. He's got a man open, and broken up surface. The tackle is broken, and he's going to score a touchdown.
Beautiful run that time. Just a missed tackle by surface.
Rodney Worley was the man in motion and caught that pass in the flat and took it on in. So broke a tackle from Brent Surface.
Yeah, just a little play-action fake to the backs, and then he took one quick step back and hit the man in motion over here to the right side. Brent had him, let him go, and he's able to get down the right side and get into the end zone.
So with 5:49 remaining in the first quarter, it's 7-6, and the Scarlet Hurricane look for the 7th, and there's a flag on this extra point attempt.
Graham linebacker was coming real quick. I believe it was Billy Banks that came through there and got going before the ball was snapped.
Mike Hopkins is out there. Mike Hopkins, it's 7-6 with 5:49 remaining first quarter. There's the snap. The kick's up. It's blocked. And the score is 7-6 here from Mitchell Stadium. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
A1 Welding Supply salutes area high school football for helping build young men's character. Best of luck to all area high schools during the 91 season. And remember, when you need Caswell Road, just out of Bluefield, Virginia, call A1 Welding Supply, 322-5496.
Set the kick again. Surface back deep along with Ridley for the Graham High School G-men. And Hopkins approaches the football. Another squibbler. It'll be taken by Brian Denham at the 40. 45. Denham breaks a couple of tackles and gets into midfield. I love to watch him run.
I'll tell you what, once he gets rolling, he's a lot to take down. He's determined to get upfield with the ball.
They mark it at the G-men 49. Great field position for the G-men's second offensive series. Dudley takes a snap from center and gives to Ridley around the left side. Ridley's got some blocking, and he's got a great stiff arm down the left side and thrown out of bounds at the Scarlet Hurricane 41-yard line. The stop made by Chad Blevins.
Tell you what, that was a strong stiff arm by him over here on the right side. Once he got to the corner, he literally just held the man off for about 5 or 6 more yards.
That's as good as you're going to see, a stiff arm.
5:25 remaining first quarter. And they're going to measure it. It's close enough.
I'll tell you what, I believe we've got it. It's going to be awfully close.
It is a first down, and the score is 7-6 here from Mitchell Stadium. G-men Scarlet Hurricane Chapter 9, Graham High football. Next week, it's the Radford Bobcats right here at Mitchell Stadium in what promises to be one whale of a game. And I'll tell you something interesting. Gate City plays their last football game tonight, I believe. Their last football game's tonight, so they'll be here in force next week scouting both the G-men and the Bobcats First and 10, G-Men. Dudley takes a snap, gives to Banks on the dive, and Billy's got about 4 yards. It's going to be second down at 6.
Just a little quick hit right there off the right side, off the guard. Good for about 2 yards.
Like I said, 2 yards. Second down and 8.
He almost broke the clear on that one, Kes. Almost.
Dudley brings the team up from the huddle, and he's got Banks in the backfield, and Ridley and Surface along with him. Todd King comes out wide to the left. There's the snap from center. Dudley looks to throw, looks for King. He's got him, but overthrown. And Todd was open, but it was overthrown by a couple of feet.
Just trying to throw a little quick out over here on the left side. The trouble was the ball was about 3 yards too high for him to catch.
That probably would have taken, what do you think, Danny, 13, 14 coats of leather, and Todd might have been able to catch that one, right?
He might have, Kes.
Just might. Third down and 8, G-Men from the 38-yard line of the Scarlet Hurricane. There is the snap from center. Dudley takes it, gives it to Surface. Surface got some running room, breaks a tackle, makes a great move, and he's down to the 40, down to the 30, and all the way to the 27-yard line.
A real good run by Brent. They just took it off the right side over there. He broke it to the outside and then cut it back up to the middle. Made one real good move back to the outside trying to get to the right side.
Rodney Worley makes a stop for the Scarlet Hurricane. The G-Men look at first and 10 from the 27. 4:26 remaining in the first quarter.
Looks like we got an official's time out there, Kes. Got some shoestrings that need to be tied.
First down, thanks, Dan. First down and 10.
Flags everywhere, Kes.
Yes, sir, Bob.
They're having a hard time getting the offense going on this series, aren't they?
It's hard to run them when there's flags everywhere. Those old yellow hankies seems to stop everything.
Yeah, it stops everything. 4:16 remaining in the first quarter.
Illegal procedure against Graham.
So they'll mark 5 off against the G-Men with 4 spacious bedrooms, 5 full baths, formal living room and dining room, conservatory, office, workshop, and much more. A large level lot with fenced backyard and garage adds convenience. G-Men first and 15. There's the snap. Dudley crossbuck trap to Ridley. Ridley is caught. They read that one. They had it smoked out.
Yeah, they had that one read from the start. They had already set the defense up strong on the right side of the field over here, and that trap play just wasn't going anywhere.
Grady Gates makes the stop for the Scarlet Hurricane. The thing about this home that we're talking about, South Bluefield, the most attractive part of this home is the price is affordable. Give Regency Real Estate and Auction Company a call. 322-3448. That's 322-3448 if you're interested. Second down 15 from the Scarlet Hurricane 33 G-Men. Dudley looks to throw. He doesn't have anybody to throw to. He's going to keep it. And Dudley breaks one tackle and then is boomed down at about the 27-yard line.
Good scramble that time by Beal. Heads up play there, Kes.
See what? He stood back in the pocket pretty well, had good time to throw it. Good coverage by the Marion defense, and then finally had no choice but to take it down and take off up the middle.
It'll be third down and 9 from the wishbone. Dudley takes the snap, and they give us to Ridley.
Nowhere to go, Kes. Nowhere to go.
Nothing doing.
Marion defense was all over the right side of the field. They was waiting on that play to come. About 6 white jerseys in on the tackle.
So now the G-Men look at fourth down and 12, and they're in, I don't believe that Chris can get one from this far back.
Not with this wind blowing like it is, Kes. We may try it, but I'll tell you, it's going to be a long one.
Ridley will check out of the football game.
Well, he looks like he's getting that old foot ready.
Yeah, it does. He is going to try it. He'll be kicking from the 37. It will be a 47-yard attempt. There's the snap. It's a good one. The kick is up, and it looks good. It is good. A beautiful shot. Beautiful, Kes. And Chris Austin has just kicked one from 47 yards.
I'll tell you what, that's going to make him one happy guy tonight. That ball took off, and it was dead down the middle.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he's had some big shoes to fill this year, taking over for Ricky Brown.
The word is dead dog right on the money, would you say?
I would say it's a dead dog right on the money. It's 10-6, and Austin with a 47-yard field goal. And we look at 2 minutes remaining first quarter. What do you say, Danny?
I say we're looking good right now, Kes. Well, I'll say. What do you say?
I say a sack of flour make a big biscuit.
Yes.
Austin is set now to kick once again for the Graham High School G-men, and back deep will be W.J. Clark and Brady Gates. Chris approaches the football, hits one up in the air. Reggie Jackson pop up to the 20-yard line, up to the 25, and boom, to the 30-yard line, Rodney Worley. And the Scarlet Hurricane will take over 1st and 10.
Whole group of Graham G-men down on a tackle that time. I saw about 4 or 5.
Sure, right on the bottom of it.
Okay, now we get set to call this difficult offense of the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. Much like the Giles Spartans. There's a snap from center, and the give that time was to Chad Meadows, the fullback, and Meadows has got 5 on the play.
They sent the same man wide to the right side over here. He came in motion and just hit the hole trying to be the lead blocker for first man through on the right side over here.
Brent Surface, the McDonald's Player of the Week, makes the stop for the G-men. Let's call it a gain of 6. It's 2nd down 4. The ball rests at the Scarlet Hurricane 36 with 1:15 remaining first quarter. There's that man in motion again, and he'll go nowhere this time. It was Brady Gates on the carry, and Billy Banks makes the initial hit for the G-men.
Yeah, they set him wide to the left this time, brought him in motion, and then tried to run a double power sweep around the right side, but Graham had the linebacker shifted to the left side, and they just couldn't get around the side.
Third down and 5. Marion from their own 35-yard line. There's the snap from center. There's a fumble on the play. Recovered by Tim Moxley, the quarterback, and they just wasted one. They'll have to punt.
Looked like he was going to try to get a misdirection play going there at time, but the quarterback just couldn't get the handle on the ball to get the play going.
Well, 4th down here, do we rush him or do we fade back for the good recovery?
We'll flip a coin.
I'd say we'll go hard to block it.
Heads, we run it. Uh-oh, we're going to block it. 4th down and 9. There's a snap from center. It's a high one. And Denham almost got a hand on it. It's going to roll out of bounds at the G-men 46-yard line. We'll pause for 30 seconds.
You know, a lawyer in a small town should serve his community, offering free consultations on all matters. Now, whether your need is real estate, personal injury, domestic, or general legal advice, call 703-322-3454 for an appointment. Attorney Jim Dudley.
G-men from the 46. Dudley takes a snap from center, pitches back to Brent Surface, and Surface around the right side picks up about 8 yards and is hit by Brady Gates. It will be 2nd down and 2 for the G-men.
Taking it around the right side on a sweep.
And that is the end of the first quarter. Topper. Rocky Top Pop Twin State distributing our good buddy Larry White. The G-man now from the eye with a flanker right. Dudley takes the snap, hands in the middle to Banks, who breaks the tackle and gets up to the 35-yard line. A Marion for a first down.
A little quick hit off the left side of the line that time. Real good. He got into the secondary and was able to turn it up the field.
Chad Taylor makes the stop for the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. On the year, Billy Banks has rushed the football 57 times for 312 yards. He's got a 5.4-yard average per carry, which is pretty darn good.
Pretty fair, pretty fair.
First down and 10, G-men, Marion Scarlet Hurricane 35-yard line. 11:38 in the half. There's Surface right on around the right side. Surface with a great move. Roddy broke a tackle to the 10, the 5, and almost in there to the 3-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he was running hard. Once he got around the right side here, he made a good move back towards the middle of the field, took a big hit, kept his feet, was able to spin once, and got down to about the 3-yard line down here.
Chad Taylor made the stop once again for the Marion Scarlet Hurricane, and Brett is running with some authority tonight.
I mean, tell you what, Brett, Brett's running just as good tonight as I've ever seen him run.
Jim wouldn't appreciate you calling Brett Brett.
I got excited.
Here we go. First and goal from the 3. Dudley takes the snap from center, gives to Ripley. Boy, he came it on a good there on that big dive.
He went airborne, and he almost played it though.
I'll tell you what, he was up in the air pretty well extended, took a big hit.
G-Man breaks the huddle, they'll operate for the wishbone. Dudley up over the center, marks the signal, takes the snap and gives to the middle. Touchdown, G-Man.
I believe it was just a quarterback kicker by Dudley, right up the middle, right in behind the center, and the left guard was able to get into the end zone.
He had to muscle in, took a second effort, but he got in there.
So Dudley scored 2 last week. He's got 1 on the night, and the score is now 16-6. G-Men on top of the Scarlet Hurricane with 10:44 remaining in the half. And Austin, who just kicked a 47-yard field goal, goes for the extra point and misses it. I believe it was tipped. With the score, the G-Men 16, the Scarlet Hurricane 6. We'll pause for 30 seconds.
Amy Chevrolet Oldsmobile during their giant all-star sale, Route 460 Princeton. Here are just a couple of stars of today. A 92 full-size truck, 11
Ardell. Austin missed the extra point attempt. Back deep, Clark and Gates again. 4. Whoa, boy, what a kick. That'll be taken by W.J. Clark at the 4-yard line. He's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's got a wall set up, and he's caught from behind. And he gets the ball up to about the 34-yard line, where he is stopped by Todd Bogenizer. Number 55, Danny.
Number 55.
Number 55, Danny.
John Pruitt.
Yeah, John Pruitt.
Good return set up by Marion that time. Took it on 4 and had a good wall.
And they're out of the huddle. Moxley, the quarterback. With 1 lone back, man in motion. Now they're in that tee. There's the snap from center. And the give was to the first man through there. That was Brady Gates on the carry. Gates has a couple of yards and stopped by Steve Bunker.
A little quick hit off the right tackle over there, trying to get it to the line real quick. Good effective play for about 3 yards.
We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
Good stop by Bunker that time, Kes. He had 1 super game last week.
He sure did. He's had some great games all season. 2nd down and 7, Marion. There's the snap from center, and they give to the first man that time. That was Chad Medley's the fullback, and Medley's maybe picks up another yard.
Wasn't much on that play. I tell you what, there was so much motion going on in the backfield. If he holds the ball to where we can't...
Pickup of 1, we'll call it 3rd down and a long 6 for Marion. There's that man in motion again, and the quarterback looks to throw. He's got a man in the flat, and they've got the first down. And that one will get it to about the 48-yard line of the Scarlet Hurricane. 1st down and 10.
I'll tell you what, when you start sending people in motion and do a lot of faking to the different backs, it sets up that play-action pass real well. He still got off 2 fakes and then had a man drifting over on the right side down in the flat.
Surface may have saved a touchdown there, too, when he was made that tackle.
Travis Williams was on the other end of that Moxley pass. It is 1st down and 10 from the Marion 48. Moxley looks to throw, and his man had his back turned, and it was almost intercepted by John Novinger. Belcher also in on that coverage for the G-men.
Just a little quick 3-step drop trying to hit the man on the little post pattern there to the middle. Trouble was the receiver never looked back to see when the ball was coming at him.
Novinger could have had him some major yards there if he'd been just a little bit quicker.
2nd down and 10 for the Scarlet Hurricane. There's the snap from center, and Moxley looks to throw again. It's picked off by Brent Surface. Surface to the 40, 30, 20, 25, 15, 10, touchdown.
Beautiful run.
Trying to hit that man on that little quick look in over on the right side. But Brent was there first, grabbed the ball, and once he had it in his hand, it was straight down the sideline. Nobody was going to catch it.
I think, Brent, how long was that?
That was 49 yards, Ted.
49-yard interception return by Brett Surface. It's 22-6 with 8:57 remaining in the half, and Austin will get set to go for the extra point. Dudley to hold. There's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. G-Men 23, Marion 6, football for 30.
Real good eating. Good reasons. People in this area spend a lot of their lunch and dinner hours at Western Sizzlin' Stadium Drive in Bluefield.
Once again, it'll be W.J. Clark. Along with Brady Gates. Todd King checks in real quickly.
Old wind blew the football off the tee, Kes.
Tell you what, that wind's really swirling. I've even think it came swirling through the box up here a couple times tonight.
Big time.
There's always some wind swirling in the box. 23-6. Austin now approaches the football, gets a good foot into it. It's going to be taken by Moxley at the 12-yard line. 20, 25. Breaks the tackle and gets it up over the 30-yard line of the 32, where Marion will operate first down and 10.
Looks like number 23, Rodney Bailey, made that tackle, Kes.
Good run back up right side of the field by Marion. He just a little small back. He's tucked in.
G-Men on top, 23-6. And we'll be giving you that score. Gate City Abington game as soon as we can. Also, the Floyd County Radford game, a big one for Graham fans interested in tonight.
Looks like Mike Gregory made that tackle, Kes. Run it out to the right there a little bit, but Gregory came in and made a stop.
It'll be second down and 7. Scarlet Hurricane, they operate from their own 35-yard line. Moxley, with a man in motion, takes the snap, and Moxley gives it to the there it is. And they're going to call a roughing penalty.
Well, Denham got just a little excited on that. He made pursuit was fantastic. Caught up with him, but he just got a little bit too excited on that.
That was Chad Medley's on the carry.
Yeah, he caught him and was driving him backwards, and once they blown it dead, he politely pushed him on down to the ground, let's say, and the referees didn't like that too well.
Well, that's when the old yellow hankies came out.
I don't know if you would say he pushed him, or as a little kid would say, throwed him down.
Picked him up and throwed him down.
That was one of those WWA body slams, wasn't it?
World Championship, too.
And it's a World Championship 15-yard penalty that'll go against the G-Men, and the Scarlet Hurricane will now look at first and 10, and they'll operate from their own 46-yard line. As Moxley brings the offensive unit up to the line of scrimmage, their own 46, 7:56 remaining in the half. And there's some motion and a couple of hits down there on the field.
It looked like number 54 for Marion jumped off a little bit. Chris Spencer, Kes, but let's see how they're going to call this.
They had a little movement on the right side over there, and those Graham defenders took advantage of it and put a couple of good pops on them there real quick.
Surface will check into the football game for the G-Men, and Gregory will check out.
Oh, they're calling against Graham here.
Well, that's 2 in a row. Luckily, the G-Men with a 23-6 lead, which makes that penalty not smart so much. It'll be second down and 5. They mark the ball at the G-Men 49 now. Gates flanked left, Worley flanked right. Gates steps back, pro set left flanker right. There's the snap from center. The give was to, oh, what a great stop. Brady Gates was popped in there by Chris Austin in one whale of a tackle.
See what, when he came through that hole, Mr. Austin said, hello, how do you do? And let's go down to the ground here.
I believe that was the world famous pile drive tackle, Kes.
Pile drive?
Pile drive, like pile driving it, yes. Super tackle.
One of those hard tackles.
Yes.
Pile drive, eh? 7:05 remaining. Second down and 5. Marion with the football. That one will go nowhere. The handoff to the fullback, Chad Medlis. And he is thrown for a loss of 1. Billy Banks, Brian Denham, and a host of other G-men on that tackle.
Looks like the Graham defense is getting accustomed to those fakes here a little bit more now here in the second quarter, and they're reading them pretty well at this point.
Denham was fired up on that play. That big old hand came out there and got him by the jersey and would not turn loose.
3rd down and 6 as Ridley comes out of the football game for the G-men. There's the Marion Scarlet Hurricane looking to throw as Moxley had a man over the middle. It was intended for Ryan Power, but it is incomplete, and they're going to have to punt it with a 4th down and 6 situation for the G-men 49. Check that midfield.
A little quick slant to the right side there. He's trying to hit him real quick. Ball was a little high and hit him on the hands and flew over his and Brent's heads as well.
Just a little bit hard.
For a pile driver. 6:24 remaining first half. 23-6. There's a snap from center. The kick is up. It's a low one, and it's fielded by Brent Surface at the 18. He takes it to the 20. Brent with some running room this time and gets it up to the G-men 30-yard line. And while we get up to the 30-yard line, we'll tell you a little bit about Goody Goods Drugstore, Bland Street in Bluefield, West Virginia. If you need a prescription filled and you want that very important person feeling while you're filling that prescription, they'll provide you with great service. G-men operate from the I flanker right in Ridley, 1st down and 10. Pitch back to Surface. Around the right side, and Brent will be knocked out of bounds handily at the 35-yard line. And that was a real nice hit there by Mr. Taylor, Chad Taylor, down that Kes.
Yes, it was. That little quick pitch that we see quite often back to Brent. He just brings it around the right side.
That ball was thrown back just a little bit high there, too, for a second there. I thought that was going over his head.
He had a little trouble hanging on to it, but he's able to get it down and get it up the field.
Good for about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Wishbone again, G-men. Dudley takes the snap. The give is to Belcher. And Belcher's got maybe a yard, if that. It'll be 3rd down and about 5.
Just tried to run a little trap play back to the left there, and it's only good for about maybe a yard. Marion defense that real well.
Chad Taylor once again is a stop for the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. 5:28 remaining in the first half. G-men on top, 23-6. G-men with the football, 3rd down 5 from our own 37. Dudley takes the snap to center, and they blow it dead. What'd you see, gentlemen?
I'll tell you, I didn't see anything that time unless, but it looks like right now that the Hurricanes jumped offside. That's what they're calling.
Offsides, and that could cost them a 1st down.
That left side was a little anxious to get going. I believe they hit the neutral zone before the ball got snapped.
They might have to measure this. Official timeout. And they are going to measure, and while they measure, we'll pause for 30 seconds.
Nationwide is on your side.
What is home to you? An apartment, a house, a farm? Whatever place you call home, call a Nationwide agent and ask about the insurance you need to protect it against fire, theft, liability. It's all part of
All right, we are back here live, and it is 23-6 the score, and they're short by
just about 1.5 smidgens.
Okay, 1.5 smidgens.
About a size, I'd say, 5 baby shoe.
Okay, size 5 baby shoe. It's 3rd down on a size 5 baby shoe for the G-men 1st down. 5:18 remaining in the half. G-men on top, 23-6. Dudley takes a snap from center and gives to Banks, and the hole opens up quick. Banks chugs for about 10 yards and gets it into Scarlet Hurricane territory at the 49.
Just that little quick hit off the right side, and he was able to keep dragging about.
One of the best runs he's had all night long, Kes. Would not go down.
Danny, what was that they want for remaining in the half? There's the snap from center. Dudley looking to throw. Looking downfield, his man is covered. Dudley breaks one tackle, and a dud has got a 1st down and a great little run all the way up to the 35-yard line of the Marion Scarlet Hurricane.
Beautiful run. Brady Gates made the tackle that time, Kes.
Tell you what, he dropped straight back, stayed back in the pocket. Bill's getting good protection tonight, but the receivers just can't get open. They're only sending usually one receiver out, and that's hard for him to get away from the defense.
Bill saw the open field, took advantage of it, and it's good for another G-men 1st down. 4:30 remaining in the half. Wishbone Bill takes the snap from center and gives on the dive that time. I believe that was Banks on the carry again.
It was.
Billy Banks right up off the right side, a little quick dive. Picked up maybe about 1, maybe 2 yards.
Flanker right. Dudley looks back, looks to throw. He'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage and a loss of about 4 yards. It's going to be third down. Brady Gates makes that stop.
Good strong rush. I had him wrapped up back here in the backfield. Kind of funny looking.
He came out of the backfield, or rather from the flanker position, and went down to right sidelines. Third down and 14. Flanker right in Belcher from the eye. Dudley takes a snap, looks to throw. No. He gave it to Banks. He breaks it. Banks is to the 20, 25, 15. Stands by the tackle at the 4-yard line. And Banks is having a whale of a night tonight.
Beautiful run that time.
Just that little quick dive right up the middle again. He's able to bust it into the secondary, and then he made a good move and cut it back across the grain and got it down to about the 4-yard line.
W.J. Clark makes a saving tackle for Marion, and the G-men are looking at first and goal from the 4 with 90 ticks checked at. 60 and 60s, 120, 180 ticks remaining in the first half. Dudley takes the snap from center, and who did he give it to? It was to the fullback. Was it Banks?
I believe it was Greg Ridley on the carry.
That was Banks.
That was Ridley.
It was Ridley. Ridley was banking on Banks to block for him.
Hey, there's one thing about it. We're knocking in the door anyway you look at it, Kes. Door's just about to open up, and we're fixed to go in
just a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Second down and goal from the 1. Ridley is flanked to the left. Proset left. Dudley takes the snap, and Banks is popped and put on his Bonucci at the 3-yard line, and he gets up slow, but no problem.
Yeah, but he's trying to head that off the left tackle that time, and the defensive end looks like he wrapped his knees up, and then one of the linebackers hit him high, and it was a good, strong hit.
W.J. Clark made that pop, and it was a hot one.
Graham timeout.
There's a timeout. Graham with a...
Laurel Mountain Medical, the oxygen specialists in this area, are proud 91 season. Laurel Mountain Medical specializes in home oxygen service, but also carries a complete line of in-home medical equipment, from beds to wheelchairs. Laurel Mountain Medical, 102 South College Avenue, Bluefield, Virginia, with 24-hour service. We specialize...
To be a sponsor of Graham High School football game number 9 against the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. Remember, if you're looking for a superior deal on a superior automobile or truck, McCann is the only name to remember. Add excellent service after the sale on the upkeep of your automobile or truck, and that's why McCann Ford Mitsubishi is this area's highest volume dealer. McCann Ford Mitsubishi, 4-way Tazewell.
Okay, back here live. Dudley takes the snap, hands to Ridley, up off the right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Greg Ridley.
I will tell you how sweet it is with 1 minute 56 seconds left here. Graham goes up again here, about 29 points here now. Also, looks like they're going to get ready to run the extra point.
Go for 2 more. Dudley under center.
Oh, we got a flag.
Flag on the play.
1:56 remaining in the first half. It is 29-6, the G-men.
Little technical difficulty. Glad to have you back, Kes.
Thank you very much.
We got a little too anxious to get going on that 2-point conversion there.
So the G-men scored while I was away.
Yes, they did there. Ridley scored.
On a little dive off the right side.
Oh, it was pretty. You missed it. I think it was beautiful.
I appreciate you guys filling in. You don't know how much. Boy, you start to breathe hard when you run up down those stairs when you pass that big 4-zip, guys. Here is the extra point attempt. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is no good, wide to the left. G-men 29, Scarlet Hurricane 6 will...
Good. Well, Ball's Automotive has the right parts for your car or truck at low prices.
That's true.
Ball's Automotive will deliver free of charge to your...
6 points. The conversion was no good. And Austin now gets set to kick. 1:56 remaining. in the first half. Clark and Gates back deep once again for the Scarlet Hurricane. There's a boot. Boy, he got a foot into that one.
He got all that one, yeah.
Taken at the 1 by W.J. Clark, 10, 15, and tripped up at the 23-yard line.
Billy Rose made that tackle, Kes, number 74.
And Leon Bradshaw also in on that stop for the G-men. Gregory down there every time now.
Tell you what, Mike does a real good job as sophomore coming down the field on that outside.
First down and 10, Marion with the football. 1:40 remaining in the first half. There's the snap from center. And that give, this time was to Brady Gates. And Gates picks up about 3 or 4 yards.
A little sweep along the right side over there that time was good for about 4 yards on the gain.
It'll be second down and 7.
Banks and Surface made the tackle that time, Kes. Banks held on and Surface finished him off.
Going to be telling you about a new listing Regency Real Estate has now in just a few minutes in Sedgwood. Just in time for Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner. Second down and 7. There's the snap from center, and a give was to the fullback Medleys.
Trying to go back off the right side once again, and Graham defense, those tackles and the end over there on the right side is doing a real good job.
This place at Sedgwood has a beautiful formal dining room, a dining room with a fireplace. That would be nice at Thanksgiving, right, guys? Mm-hmm. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, family room, office, double garage, and fenced backyard. Private lot in a wonderful neighborhood. The living room has a fireplace with a box stove, and it also has cathedral ceilings. 322-3448, Regency Real Estate. Moxley looks to throw and is popped in the backfield, and it will be broken up. Josh Hornberger and Graham Thompson take him down. It'll be incomplete, and Marion will have to punt the football, and the G-men will have probably enough time for one play if they choose.
Well, they may choose to run 1 or 2 plays, Kes, because they may get good field position here.
They may just run this back.
They just might.
They might. There's the snap from center. G-men send everybody, and the punt goes straight up in the air, and Ridley thought about picking it up, but didn't. G-men will look at the football first down and 10 from their own 46.
I believe I'd send him long on a post pattern and see if he could pull it in.
It's ideal time.
Well, of course, if we did that, somebody would say we're running the score up. He's not going to throw it. Give us to Brent Surface, and Brent picks up about a yard. That will end the first half. The score, 29-6. The G-men over the Scarlet Hurricane. And we'll be giving you those other scores that we were talking about earlier in just a few minutes. Halftime score, 29-6, and back with our halftime show after these messages.
What's really important? Oh, I'd have to say the family, kids, my health.
Well, Houston Ramey will get your payments low, like a 92 Metro, only $54.79, just $119 a month, 60 months, 10.9 APR, no money down. The trick is on the competition, and the treat is for you when you buy from Ramey, routes 19460 Tazewell.
All right, we are back here live. It is halftime. The score 29-6. The Graham High School G-men on top of the Scarlet Hurricane. It is Chapter 9 of the Graham High School 91 campaign. And boy, I'll tell you what, some interesting news down there around the down Southway there, Dan. Yeah. Abingdon and Gate City, 0-0 at the half. Got Bill King in here for the Graham High School Boosters. Bill, what do you think of that score, buddy?
That's pretty rough stuff there.
It's interesting.
Very interesting.
Radford playing Floyd County. A lot can happen here if Gate City loses tonight.
Well, Gate City, that could possibly put Gate City down second or third in the region if they lose.
That's right.
It's a big, matter of fact, not only will it do that, but it'll make it real interesting down the Highlands because Gate City will not tie for the district win. Virginia High has clinched the tie. Lehigh would probably clinch a tie as well. Virginia High will go ahead and get into that playoff spot.
It'll be interesting to see. We'll follow that game. Bill, what are you doing here tonight? Let's talk about this men's booster club.
Kes, I just want to come on the radio and mention that the men's boosters club is selling this year. We did it last year. It's the 1991 football season videotapes.
And I'll tell you, those things are great. I wonder, do I get to do the audio again this year?
If you say please.
Please.
Okay.
I'll do the audio. I'd like to do it. It's a great price, and I'll tell you, the film last year was fabulous, and it's something that you keep forever and ever and ever.
It's great, and what we're doing this year, Cass, the same thing similar as last year. We're doing $19.95 per individual game, $29.95 for any 2 consecutive games. We put those on one tape for you. For the entire season, this includes all playoff games. Now, we've got at least one guaranteed. I think we've got a good chance. Our offense is coming together tonight. Looks good. We may go all the way. $179.95 for all the season games. That also includes a season review tape.
Now, let me ask you this, Bill. This is a fantastic offer. Boy, I feel like CNN, but this is a fantastic offer because it makes a fabulous Christmas gift.
It does. I think the entire package and the film crew we have, they do an excellent job. They've got some on the field shots as well as up high in the stands.
Yeah, these are pros, not like some of the parents that are down here in the stands doing the films, right?
yeah, you might say so.
You filmed how many games in the last 3 years, Bill?
About 35, 36 games.
35, 36 games, and then you use our audio sometimes.
Well, I like to pick up the BDY broadcast. It's sort of like picking up a pro broadcast.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you. I don't know who those guys are, but they are brilliant and a lot of fun to listen to it. I'd like to experience being in the press box with them sometime.
Thank you for the $10, Cass.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll mention you again next time.
Once again, want to mention about these tapes, 1991 football season videotapes, $19.95 per individual game, $29.95 for any 2 consecutive games on one tape. The whole season, including the playoffs, or playoff definitely, hopefully playoffs, $179.95. Season review tape, $24.95. You want to give out this phone number?
Yes.
Okay. Call Bill King at 326-1354 or his lovely wife Sue, and she'll forward the message. That's 326-1354.
Or Mickey Gregory at 326-3770, or any Booster Club member.
Any Booster Club member. So just look them up in the phone book. Call them all and order it. But most importantly, order it. And there's still some Graham memorabilia 1991 football season that you can pick up for the Boosters. I'm picking up a shirt tonight from Jim Surface. What do you think of the first half, Bill? Let's talk about it.
I tell you, the offense looks very good. The last 2 weeks we've averaged 50 points a game, and the offensive woes that I think we had in the first part of the season, they're gone. We seem to be coming together.
Well, I'll tell you what, offensively, the backs seem like they're running harder than they've run all season. And how about Austin, 47 yards out? That was something, wasn't it?
Well, he hits a few of them. He hits a few 50-yarders in practice every week.
That one was a line drive. Had no height at all, but boy, I'll tell you what, it certainly had the distance. Made it across the crossbars by about 3 feet. Halftime score, 29-6. Bill King, thanks very much for stopping by, buddy.
Thank you, Cass.
Graham High School Boosters, those tapes are available. Get in touch with any of the Booster Club members. Halftime score, 29-6. We'll be back from Mitchell Stadium.
I'm Jerry Pumpkinhead Rossi here with this week's scary specials from Rossi's IGA. USDA choice boneless chuck roast, $1.49 a pound. 39-ounce Maxwell House Cuts #1 white potatoes, only $1.19. Don't buy it from the bloodsuckers. Buy your groceries from Jerry Pumpkinhead Rossi at Rossi's IGA.
A1 Welding Supply salutes.
So, man, anytime you get that Gate City Abingdon score, just turn the mic on and interrupt us and tell us the score. Not the phone, just turn the microphone. Just be right there on the air with us. Here's Austin. He approaches the football and gets a line drive kick. Be taken by one of the upbacks. That's Warshaw. Warshaw's at the 20, 25, and tripped up at the 31-yard line where Marion will operate 1st and 10.
See, well, he picked that ball up over here on the left hash mark and tried to cut it all the way back across the field to the right side, and Graham's kickoff coverage is just superb on that kickoff.
Mike Gregory makes the stop for the G-Men. Mike, 5'7", 143 pounds, and a sophomore from Springville, Virginia.
Good player, Cass. Good pursuit.
Getting better every game.
That's right.
And here comes the Scarlet Hurricane with a man in motion. Moxley takes the snap from center, gives to the fullback, and he goes nowhere. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as Ed Pruitt makes a stop for the G-Men.
Just a little handoff to the first man through over on the right side. Wasn't much ground for him to get through there on the Graham defense.
Well,
Well, they should open it up on this play if we're going to do anything for the second half.
We want a third quarter score and a fourth quarter score. Stay on the horn of that Abington-Gate City game. There's a snap from center and a pass out into the flat. Complete the Gates. It will be close to a first down, and I believe he picked it up.
I believe he did. He got it there.
Just that little quick two-step drop by the quarterback and throw it back over here to the man in the flats. Good effective play for about 10 yards.
Todd King made that stop, right, Dan?
That's correct. Number 2, Todd King.
It's first down at 10. Marion with the football at their own 42-yard line. Just underway in the third quarter. The G-men on top, 29-6. Moxley, the quarterback, takes a snap, looks to throw, looks in the middle, incomplete.
Who was he ever creamed that time by Bunker?
And nobody there to, I guess, look at Bunker. Come on.
He didn't have a change with that ball. Just as soon as he cocked his arm back, Bunker creamed him.
I'll tell you what, that's one of the great positions the linebacker likes to catch the quarterback in, all stretched out, getting ready to throw the ball. And he just put a pop into his ribs. I'm sure it took a breath away from him.
Guess who? Here I am.
Second down and 10, Marion from their own 42. Moxley barks the signals, takes a snap, looks to throw, and it'll be incomplete. It hit Brent Surface in the belly on the right side. Brent will have a little bruise there in the morning, but
he wasn't expecting that at all, Blue.
No, he wasn't. I believe he thought the receiver was going to catch the ball. He was prepared to make the tackle, and then before he knew it, the ball just hit him. If he called it, it'd have been another 6. He'd have been taken off towards the end zone.
Brent was set to make the pop. I tell you what, if he catches one and has a couple of yards on you, you can forget it. Third down and 10, Marion. Man in motion, and the give is to Gates. Gates picks up a couple of yards, if that, and he's stopped by Ed Pruitt, and that'll bring up fourth down for Marion.
2 different hands off that time. The quarterback hands it to the back coming along the right side, and he gives back to the man in motion back to the left. Graham defense to
handle the ball that way. Gates to kick, and he gets one off the side of his foot, and it hits at the G-men 30, and rolls back to the G-men 28-yard line, where the G-men will take over first and 10.
Big yellow hanky down there right now, Kes. Looks like roughing the kicker there.
54-yard line. Moxley brings the team to the line. There's the snap from center. Moxley looks to throw, and he's caught just as he threw the football away there. Steve Bunker once again in on Moxley.
I tell you what, Graham defense is coming so fast, he's not having time to get set up to throw the ball, and by the time he is set up, the defense is on him and putting a good hit on him.
And most of the time, it's Mr. Bunker right leading the charge.
Second down and 10, Marion from the G-men 44, 9:49 remaining in the third quarter. G-men on top 29-6. Scarlet Hurricane at the line, and Gates in motion, and the give was to, let's see, that was Rodney Worley on the carry, and Worley gets about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be third down and about 7.
Brent Surface pushed him out of bounds there, Kes. Good contact, and just kept riding him on out of bounds.
Tried to set it up to make it look like a little pass play and just hand it.
Hop in, please. Do it to it. Third down at 7. Marion with the football to the G-men 41. Moxley looks to throw across the middle, and that one, there's a flag on the play down there. They're going to call interference. And they're calling it on Greg Ridley. I didn't see Greg with his hands on anybody.
It looked like he was going for the ball instead of interference with the receiver.
Well, it'll be another first down for Marion.
What did you see in that, Rick?
I'll tell you what, I certainly didn't see any pass interference. Looked like he was just getting set up and trying to go for the ball. I didn't see him interfere with the receiver.
It's going to be a first down, though.
Tonight, we certainly wish him a speedy recovery. First down at 10, Marion. He looks to throw again. It is complete across the middle to Worley. Worley's to the 5, 4, touchdown, Marion. 29 yards out, and that was a great play.
Set him out wide on the right side and just brought him in on a little quick slant into the middle. He caught it in the secondary and was able to get it right down the middle and get it into the end zone.
So Marion trying to get back in this ball game early on here in the third quarter, and they put it together. Mostly because of a couple of costly penalties on the G-men. First, the roughing the kicker, then pass interference. That's 30 yards right there, guys.
You can't give yards like that up, Kes, and expect to stay in the game there. You got to stay tough with it.
Marion will go for two. They send wideouts two to the right, a flanker right. And Moxley looks to throw, looks in the end zone, got a man, and it is incomplete. Overthrown a tad with a score, 29-12. G-men on
good prices, lots of friendly folks taking care of you, and getting a...
If you guys have a score, please just break in. Hopkins approaches the football, boots it. It's a squibbler. It'll be fielded by the up back. That's Todd Massey. And Massey picks up about 6 yards on the return, and they'll operate 1st and 10 from about the 37-yard line, or G-men 37, with 9:30 remaining in the third quarter.
A little hard line drive kick area. Got to the second line of offensive players, and he just reached up and snatched it out of the air and took it down the field.
A good run.
G-men operate 1st and 10 from our own 37, 9:18 remaining in the third. Dudley up over center, barks the signals, takes a snap, gives to Brent in the middle, and Brent's got a couple of yards.
Trying to get that little quick dive up the middle going here in the second half, and Brent just couldn't get it going.
Momentum off of the Scarlet Hurricane side right now, Kes.
8:45 remaining third quarter. Flanked out to the right is Scott Alderman from the wishbone. Dudley barks the signals, takes the snap, and on the keeper, Dudley goes nowhere. I think that was a broken play.
I do too. Once he got the snap, he had some misdirection going on in the backfield. He just had to try to get it up the field.
Belcher checks out of the game for the G-men, and Greg Ridley checks in. Ridley brings the play in from Gary Williams. Todd King comes out split wide right. There's the snap, Dudley. Dudley on the keeper's got a blocker. And Dudley gets the first down and all the way up to the Marion Scarlet Hurricane 40-yard line.
A super run that time. Bill almost, if he'd kept his feet, could have made it all the way down the sideline.
Yeah, it's just that play where they split the receiver out to the right over here, and then Bill fakes it to a first man through and tucked it in and came around the right corner with the receiver downfield blocking for him. Good play.
Chad Taylor makes a saving tackle for the Scarlet Hurricane. And the G-men moving the ball just about any way they want to. Todd King wide right. Dudley barks the signals, takes the snap, pitches back to Brent Surface. Surface has one man to beat and down the sideline and is knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line by Chad Blevins.
A little quick pitch back to Brent again. This right side is opening up some good holes in the sideline staying open. We're able to pick up 5 and 10 yards a pop on the right side.
Do you guys detect that the Marion Scarlet Hurricane is kind of worn down a little bit?
I'll tell you what, that defensive line is moving awful slow on the snap of the ball right now.
That offensive line is plowing away, and they're going to take a timeout with a score. The G-men 29.
Is on your side.
When it comes to life insurance, whether you're sick...
Specialize in the air you breathe. Laurel Mountain Medical.
Here live at Mitchell Stadium. And once again, I'm going Pocahontas. Scarlet Hurricane with a football. G-men with a football. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find out these scores here. I'll tell you the score. Gate City 7, Abingdon nothing now. That one is in the third quarter. And Radford is blowing out Floyd County 35 to something.
0.
35 to 0.
Yeah, 35 to zip.
That's right.
Okay.
I'll take you, yes, Radford must have a super team down there this year. Should be awful interesting next week when they come up.
It's second down and 2 for the G-men from the 15. Wide out right. Looks for King across the middle, and it's off the fingertip.
Almost intercepted that time, too, number 22, Chad Taylor.
Tell you what, he had him open on the slant in here on the right side and just threw a ball about a half step behind him, and he couldn't get turned around to catch the ball.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It is 3rd down and 2 for the G-men. It is 7-0 Gate City over Abingdon in the third quarter. 35-0 Radford over Floyd County. Ridley in the middle to the 10 or 11-yard line.
I believe he made the first down that time, Kes.
Yes, he did. They'll mark it at the 11-yard line. .36 remaining. First down and 10, G-men from the 11. Dudley takes the snap and gives it to Belcher, and Belcher's got maybe a yard. Greg Ridley checking in, and the tackle made that time by Fred White. They would from the wishbone, 2nd down and 9. Dudley switches back to Ridley around the left side. Ridley was wrapped up and blocked for him. It's knocked way out of bounds. Went all the way to the dressing room. He went through the door there. Oh, what the that came all the way to the door. That's a good point. That's a real good point. Greg probably got some legs and arms. Probably got the asphalt right now. Well, I guess he's lucky he didn't get there on his behind, huh?
I'll tell you what, he's got some asphalt burns. You can see his knees are burning on him.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to come out of the game for a play, looks like.
Man, I'll tell you. That's a good point. There's a GMC. John Waller can turn you on to a great deal on a great truck that'll fill your needs. Cole Motor Company, Route 52 North, going towards Bluefield. 3rd down and 2, G-men. Dudley takes the snap and gives it to the ring. And Greg is close. Oh, about 30 cents through the goal line. Gotta be a first down, I'm sure.
Has to be a first down. You're going to have to get to the one for the first down. Looks like they marked it right at the goal line.
First and goal from the 1. G-men, 5-4 in the third. On 29 and 12.
Here comes Ridley on the dive on the right side. Touchdown.
Well, he deserves the football, I believe. Dudley. Martin Singles takes the snap. Ridley, touchdown. What a... He just dived that time. He did some diving.
And he went airborne. He went airborne. He was green.
They got him under his legs. He turned in for a little 360 there in the air, and he just politely fell into the end zone and said, thank you very much.
G-men on top now, 35-12, and Ridley gets a big hand from the Graham fans. Austin now set to go for the extra point. 5:21 remaining in the third, and Dudley will hold. There's a good snap. Kicks up. Perfect. With a score of the G-men 36, Marion 12. We'll pause for 30.
Gearhart's Men's Clothing makes fall the best dressed of all seasons. And this Saturday only, you receive 20% off all new fall clothing. Plus $100, and you pay only $80. Also this Saturday, Miss West Virginia Leah Lasker will be...
12. G-men on top of the Scarlet Hurricane with 5:21 remaining in the third quarter. Austin set the kick, gets off a squibbler, taken by it up back Worley at the 20. 25-30, 35, breaks a tackle, blasted out all the way to the 45, and is knocked out of bounds by about the whole G-men special team at the 47-yard line.
Everybody but 2 players was in on that play.
I believe they was trying to get a group picture going over there on the right side, wasn't they?
They had to.
And John Lewis, among others.
We got Billy Banks and Leon Bradshaw's uncle up here in the press box with us. Man's got a good-looking leather jacket. What do you take for that jacket? It's first down and 10, Scarlet Hurricane from midfield to get things started here with 5:07 remaining in the third. There's the snap from center. Moxley looks to throw, nothing doing.
Smothered that time.
Trying to come on a little play action pass pattern there at time, and Graham defense was just in the backfield way too fast for that to happen.
Bunker leads the attack along with Billy Banks, and there'll be a loss on the play. They'll mark it at the Scarlet Hurricane in big trouble right now. Moxley looking to throw, looks in the middle, incomplete, overthrown. Gregory's now in a defensive backfield for the G-men at safety.
That little quick two-step drop by the quarterback trying to hit the receiver coming on a slant pattern across the middle. One we saw pick up good yardage and get in the end zone last series, but not on this one.
Rodney Bailey checks into the lineup for the G-men. Massey checks out. It'll be 3rd down at 16. Ball on the Marion 44. Moxley looks to throw. He has a man, and he will not pick up the first down. Initial stop made by Bailey, and then Todd King put the finishing touches on it. It was Randy Belcher.
That same little quick slant pattern right there into the middle. That's about all the time that he's having to get the ball off, so they're having to run some quick slants.
I'll tell you, that's a dangerous play, though. If he hits it right there, gets a block, they're gone.
Surface drops back deep, the lone back for the G-men. There's the snap, and Brent will field it at the 14. He's up to the 20, to the 25. Stops and is knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. We'll pause for 30 seconds.
McCann Ford Mitsubishi Four-Way in Tazewell is proud to be a sponsor of Graham High School football game number 9 against the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. Remember, if you're looking for a superior deal on a superior automobile or truck, McCann is the only volume dealer. McCann Ford Mitsubishi Four-Way Tazewell.
All right, we're back here live. It's 1st and 10 G-men. Surface around the right side with some running room and some blocking by Billy Banks. And he gets it up to about the 35-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 5. The stop was made by Chad Taylor of the Scarlet Hurricane. And let's see.
Surface getting up a little bit slow, but I believe he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's been the workhorse tonight.
Tried to come that little sweep around the right side, had Billy out front blocking for him, but they just couldn't get the corner turned.
2nd down and 5 G-men. They operate from the Marion Scarlet Hurricane 35-yard line. 3 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. There's the snap from center. Dudley gives to Surface, and Surface breaks a couple of tackles. It's good for about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 2.
Tell you what, Brent's really running hard. He's been running hard all night long, and you'd think here in the end of the 3rd quarter he'd start to be wearing down. But
and really, if he hadn't made that tackle, Brent may have made 6 more points there.
3rd down and 1 small yard for the G-men. There's a snap from center, and the give is to Bailey, and Bailey's got the first down.
Check that Belcher, I believe. Number 25, Randy Belcher.
I've done it all year. It's been a mental block. Bailey and Belcher the whole year. It's good for a first down, whether it's Bailey or Belcher. And they move the football to about the G-men 47-yard line. 2 minutes remaining. 3rd quarter. Hard to believe we've got another quarter here, guys. Dudley takes the snap from center and gives to Surface, and Surface is caught at the line of scrimmage by Rodney Worley.
Take to the first man through the line there on that play, and then tried to give back to Brent to get him around the right side. But
time for a big old pass.
Todd King splits out wide right from the wishbone. Dudley takes the snap, gives to Bradshaw. Bradshaw breaks it. He's to the 35, 30, and all the way up to the 25-yard line. Rodney Worley makes a saving tackle, and I'll tell you what.
I believe Marion was like me. They thought they was going to pass, and all of a sudden, Bradshaw breaks loose.
Yeah, instead, Graham came back for that little quick trap play back to the left, and there was a huge hole on the left side, and he was able to turn it up the field. I thought he was going to get down to the end zone, but they was able to chase him down.
Marion was looking for a pass, I believe, that time, and it was kind of a draw to Bradshaw. 1st down and 10, the G-men at the Marion 27-yard line. Flanker right from the eye. Pitch back to John Novinger. Novinger is tripped up, and a great little tackle made in there by Brandon Hutton of the Marion Scarlet Hurricane. It's good for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. Novinger checks out of the game for the G-men, and in the backfield will be Bradshaw, Bailey, and Surface. From the I, Surface flanked to the left. The handoff to Bradshaw in the middle. He breaks it again, plowing all the way up to the 14-yard line.
I tell you what, I see something that Bradshaw already likes. He looks like he's running off for Graham about 2 feet there. Good hard running.
Kind of look like Charlie Toller of the Houston Oilers. You remember those guys? Remember Charlie Toller?
I tell you what it is, he's got those shoulders square. Just square, straight ahead running. Good running that time.
First down and 10. Todd King moves out wide to the right. They operate from the wishbone from the 14. They give it to Banks in the middle, and Billy's got it up to about the 8-yard line. Brandon Hutton makes a stop. They're chugging it now. They're taking it right at that Scarlet Hurricane defense.
Good power football, taking it right down the field on Marion.
Chugging it, and they run out the clock in the third quarter. It's 36. And the band is doing it to it, so to speak. G-men break from the huddle. Jeff Johnson leading the pack as per usual. King split out wide to the right from the wishbone. There's a snap from center. Dudley looks to throw to King. Touchdown.
Beautiful pass. I mean, that pass couldn't have been thrown any better.
That's what you call threading the needle on that pass.
Yes, sir. Thread the needle, and Todd King standing 1 yard deep in the end zone for the score. It's 42-12. G-men on top of the Scarlet Hurricane. Just underway in the fourth and final quarter, Chapter 9 of the Graham High 1991 football campaign. There's the snap. The kick is up. It's good. With the score, the G-men 43 rather. Marion 12. We'll pause for 30 seconds.
Heart disease is the leading killer in the two Virginias. That's why Bluefield Regional Medical Center takes heart disease seriously. With the addition of the region's only cardiac catheterization lab, BRMC has maintained its status as the area's leader for the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease. And as a member of HeartNet, a network of cardiac care facilities in the Virginias, Bluefield Regional Medical Center handles referrals from area hospitals so patients no longer need to travel to receive the best cardiac care available. Bluefield Regional Medical Center, touching lives with technology.
Okay, back here at Mitchell Stadium, Graham's just went ahead again, 43-12, and getting ready to kick off the ball.
Well, I'll tell you tonight, looks like Graham has got it all together, Rick. With 43 points like this, started the fourth period, can't get no better than what it is.
Good high kick coming down at about the 20-yard line, brings it back up the middle, and he's going to get back up to about the 29-yard line.
What a tackle that time. Looks like Bradshaw made that tackle, number 30. Kids finally get to play a little bit like that. It creates excitement for the whole team.
It up, looks over his line, barks out the signals, drops back to pass. Looking over here towards the right, he had his receiver. He thought he was going to break it back out to the right, and instead he turned it back to the middle and fell incomplete.
Well, John Novinger had the coverage that time on there for Graham, and it was overthrown just a little bit there. If it had been just a little bit lower, he may have had an interception there and got him a good run back.
Yeah, we'll probably be seeing Graham in for nickel defense if they have one at this point. I'm pretty sure Marion's going to be throwing the ball quite a bit.
Well, they're going to have a lot of players in here. We're going to try to get all the subs in there that we can tonight.
Okay, Moxley up to the line, under center, barking the signals. Man in motion, takes a snap, give to the man to the right side. He's got a little bit of running room, breaks a couple tackles.
Still on his feet.
Still on his feet, heading down the field, and it's finally going to be drugged down about the 38-yard line.
That was one super run that time. Looks like the tackle there was made by Novinger, Bailey, and number 65, Lou Bliner.
I'll tell you what, he broke about 2 or 3 tackles over there on the left side as he's taking around that time, and he was determined to keep going.
He was plowing ahead that time there. He doesn't care that the score is 43-12.
Not at all. Moxley under center. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking in the middle, got a man open.
Number 33.
He's going to be able to get down to about the 29, 28-yard line, first down.
That was Dale Spencer, number 3, who caught the ball that time here. But was he ever creamed?
Yes, he was. Good hard hit.
Well, look who shows up. Who is this fella?
Moxley, up over center, man in motion, fakes it, looking to throw. No, hey, I lost it. Maybe I'll let you guys do it.
No, instead he gave to the first man through on the left side over there that time. It's good gain off the tackle. Picked up about 5 yards.
That was
play.
Dale Spencer again over there.
Once again, I thank you, gentlemen.
You're quite welcome, sir.
Gain of 5 on the play. It's second down and 5. They mark the football at the G-Men 24 with 10:29 remaining and counting. Moxley takes the snap, looks to throw, and a quick across the middle, and knocked down by, let's see,
number 64,
Steve Bunker.
All over the place.
He almost had that one.
I'll tell you what, here in the last 3 or 4 games, Steve Bunkers really came alive in there at that middle linebacker. He's certainly the anchor of that Graham defense at this point of the season.
A super defensive player.
Todd Bobenizer checks out of the football game for the G-Men. Ridley and Banks and Denham and Carbaugh down there on the sidelines taking a breather. There's the snap from center. Moxley hands it off to Gates around the right side, and he's caught by Novinger, and then popped by Gregory, as well as Steve Bunker, for a first down. They'll mark it at the G-Men 17-yard line.
Tell you what, that was excellent open field tackling by Novinger on that play. He was the only man between him and the end zone, and just stayed in a good defensive position and then stayed right with the runner till he made the tackle.
It will be first down and 10. Marion with the football at the G-Men 16 with 10 minutes remaining. Moxley takes the snap, fakes, and gives it to the first man.
Number 55 for Graham that time made the tackle. Yes.
Johnny Pruitt. A lot of second string D in there now for the Graham High School G-Men.
The band is getting right.
Yeah, they're getting hot. Second down and 10. Marion, Moxley. Moxley this time gives it to Gates. And Gates, boy, that's a great little run. And it's really hard to follow that sucker.
I'll tell you what, that looked like they gave it to the running back coming to the left, and he reversed it back to the man in motion, back to the right. And John Gunner stayed home back over there and was able to turn the play back to the middle, and they caught him there about the 1-yard line.
It'll be first down and goal. We'll call it the 2. First and goal from the 2 with 9 minutes remaining in the football game. Moxley takes the snap, gives to the first man, touchdown. So that'll make it 43-18. We're awaiting more news about that Gate City-Abingdon game and winning this one, barring a miracle. That'll go for 2, I believe. Yep. And that'll make it 43-20. With 9:05 remaining in the game, we'll pause for 30 seconds. We do have it real nice here at home. That is for darn sure.
Nothing like home.
Well, Herb Sims and all these good folks here from Bluefield will take care of us hometown boys. There is the kick, and that's going to be fielded on a squibbler by Novinger. Novinger breaks it around to the 10. It's got a blocker. And Banks is in front of him, and he's caught at the 40-yard line and moves his way up to about the 42. And a nice little run back by John Novinger.
A super run that time.
See why he had those legs going about 90 miles an hour. He was determined to get it to the left side, and he just about broke that one for the whole way back.
Almost made it.
Well, John's only 5'6", 152 pounds, but I'll tell you what, when he gets those legs to churning like that, and with that small frame, he's hard to stop.
Tell you what, guys, before the game, a couple guys came up and told me about the Bluefield, Virginia Little League football going to finish up this Sunday, and it'll be Bluefield Chargers against the Pocahontas team from Pocahontas over at 3 o'clock Sunday at Brushport.
Hey, that'll be a heck of a game.
Glenn Carlock Jr. now in at quarterback for the G-Men. Glenn barks the signals and takes the snap. Gives to the first man through Bradshaw for 3 yards.
I tell you, Bradshaw really hit that hole quick.
It's going to be second down at 7. Head coach Carlock with his beanie on the leg. It is brand new. Second down and 7 for the G-Men. Bradshaw, Belcher, and Nominger in the backfield. Wide out to the left. Carlock takes the snap to give it to Bradshaw again. Bradshaw works for some more good yardage for about 4 or 5 yards. Rodney Worley makes the stop.
A little quick dive up off the left side over here at time. Picked up about 3 or 4 more yards.
That was Andy Russell, who was split out wide to the left. Mike Gregory now into the backfield for the G-men. It'll be Gregory, Bradshaw, and Bailey. Gregory, Bradshaw, and Bailey. From the eye, Bailey to the right, flanked. There's the snap. Carlock pitches back to Gregory around the right side. Gregory with a good little move. Still on his feet. Still on his feet and knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. What a great run.
Did you see those legs that time?
I tell you what, Mike can simply fly. They've run him every time to that right side. If they can get him going on sweep, he'll put some good moves on.
Quick on his feet.
Got a new center in there too, Kes. Sean Farmer.
First down and 10 G-men for the Marion 36, 7 minutes remaining. Glenn Carlock Jr. takes the snap, and they give it to Bradshaw once again on the dive right up the middle, plowing his way for another 5 yards, and Bradshaw piling up some yards now.
See what, he's a good hard runner. He's once he gets going forward, he's a hard man to bring down.
Chad Taylor makes the stop.
They're going to be a real treat to watch here in their junior and senior years. Lots of speed.
Second down and 5 for the G-men from the wishbone. They send a wide out to the left. Shannon Hoops, there's a snap from center. There's about 4 flags down. All of those guys got that one, didn't they?
Yes, they did. The whole backfield in motion.
Threw them down perfect. It looks like a cross down there, does it not?
Everybody moved except the ball.
Garland Hurricane 36. Novinger flanks to the left. They operate from the eye. There's a snap. Carlock pitches back to Belcher, and he's caught from behind. And there'll be a loss of about 3 or 4 on the field. Will be Bradshaw and Novinger, and I'm not sure who else that is. Shane Yost wide to the right. Carlock takes the snap to give it to Bradshaw spinning, and he gets back to the initial line of scrimmage where it will be 4th down and about 10. Down.
Mike Hayes is in at center right now, number 71.
4th down, G-men. 4th and 10 from the 30. Carlock Jr. Flag on a play is going to be another procedure call, I believe.
Backfield in motion one more time.
I do believe they'll decline this one and take the ball.
Mel and Tim.
Kes, we got an update on Gate City.
All
21. Right. Abington 0, 4th quarter.
Okay, thank you very much. Nothing. It is 43-20 here. Marion with the football, 1st and 10 from their own 30. Moxley, and there's another yeller flag, and another yeller flag.
Well, the first one was they had 2 men in motion in the backfield is what the first one came down for.
That'll cause a flag.
And then I believe the second one might have been a face mask on.
And Marion trying to get something going here late in the football game. There's another penalty on the play. Backfield in motion again, I believe. Yep.
Mel and Tim.
Yep.
That was a good tackle that time by number 87 for Graham, Randy Russell. Super big game. It's homecoming down at Ferrum tomorrow. They played Dayton. Dayton was the only team that beat them last year.
First down at 20. Marion with the football, and they pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the play.
Dayton beat them in regular season there last year, and I'll tell you what, they got a big shindig planned tomorrow down there. Probably the biggest game in Ferrum's history.
Gunner, another young Springville football player. There's the snap from center. That one's going to go all the way. Gunner missed that one, and Gregory's going to catch him. Yes, he does. Boy, he can fly.
Hey, is that kid quick or not?
He can fly.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, he came all the way across the field to chase him down, and it looked like he was gone there until we saw Mike come flashing down the field over there.
Well, that play had everybody faked out that time.
Gregory caught up quick, didn't he, once he got chugging?
I tell you what, Mike's awful fast, and he was able to chase him down with pretty much ease that time.
Mike's a little shaken up on the play down there, but he's ready to rock and roll here. First down and 10 for the G-Men 29. Moxley takes the snap, gives to Gates, and Mike's in on that tackle, so he wasn't hurt too bad.
I'll tell you what, I was talking to his dad the other day, and he tells me Mike's to a point these days that he's eating, drinking, and sleeping football. Just wants to be on the field all the time.
And here's the G-Men Band, a little Stand By Me on a Friday night from 106.3.
A blast from the past, yes. Does that bring back memories or not?
Let me check. Yeah, it did. Second down and 13. Marion with a football. Gregory once again gets in on that tackle.
Shoestring tackle that time.
I believe they better take Mike out. I think he's hurting a little bit.
He's
as coach. Here we go. Third down and 10. Marion with the football. Moxley. Who's got the football? Well, whoever's got it's getting a bunch of G-men on top of him.
Well, I'll tell you, number 81, Campus Workman got a hold of his jersey and hung on. And he was drug about 3 or 4 yards. But in other words, he was standing by me with that jersey.
Oh, I understand now. All right, there's Moxley. He takes a snap, looking to throw. Looking downfield, got a man open, but it'll be incomplete. Way overthrown, and Todd Boganazer in on the coverage. Along with down at 10 G-men for the 26. Our own 26 with 1:49 remaining. Keith takes a snap from center. Gives to the first man through, and let's see, who is that?
Number 30, Bradshaw.
And now another new host of G-men come out onto the field, and a bunch of them check out. I think you're right. 43-20 the score. Another blast from the past. This one brought to you by Steam, the band Steam. Na-na, hey, hey. Kiss him goodbye. There's the snap from center. Once again, the dive. Nothing doing. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. Bradshaw checks back into the football game. Also back into the game for the G-men will be George Webb. Jeff Spurgeon in the game as well. He's a 6 foot, 145-pound freshman. From the wishbone, there's the snap to center. Boom, Gregory got popped. He didn't get a chance to get rolling that time, did he?
Well, number 55 got him that time, Jason Morse.
I'll tell you what, I believe they've got about the whole freshman team in there right now, and Marion's able to overpower that offensive line and get into the backfield.
Every kid has played tonight, every single one of them for Graham.
G-men going for it with 10 seconds remaining. 4th down and 11. Keith Fochik, the quarterback, takes the snap from center, gives to Gregory. That's going to end the football game. The final, the G-men 43 and Marion 20. Marion stuck in there just like Princeton did last week, and they're to be commended for all of that heart.
John Gunner was the last one to carry the ball that time, kid.
Final score, 43-20. So now the G-men with a 6-3 record going into that game against Radford next week. Gate City looks like they'll win against Abingdon tonight. So if the G-men win against Radford next week, we'll do it. If we beat Radford next week, we go play Radford the first regional playoff regionals. Now, if Radford beats us, we will play Gate City at Gate City. That's the way I understand it. Is that the way you understand it?
That's the way I understand it, but whether we understand it correctly or not,